Hi Sonakshi, hi Shahid, welcome to our show.
Thank you.
We've heard that, you called Prabhu Dheva Mawali King. Tell us about that.
Well, yeah, I don't think I've been more Mawali in any film than our
Really?
Rajkumar. And it has been completely conceived and conceptualized by him. It's all in his head. I don't think there's any other film I've had so much fun chedoing a girl who's sitting right here. Total misbehavior, a lot of Gandi Baat.
Yeah.
Pyar, 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 mar, mar, mar.
Yeah.
That's our Rajkumar.
Yeah, we heard he wanted you to move from Pyar to Mar, right?
Yeah,
He said you're
absolutely.
the youngest action hero. Tell us about that.
Yeah, this is the first time that I've done action and it's been amazing. I think he's phenomenal with the way he shoots his action. We've shot about 50 days of action in the whole film, and the film is about 90 days. So more than half the film was shooting action, and very extensive action. Some really cool, grungy, fun stuff. So really looking forward. I think it's some really cool stuff.
You worked with him in the past, Sonakshi. I mean, we believe you almost understand his Tamil too. You know him that well.
Some of it, yes. Well, mostly I just try and understand his what he's trying to say from far away in sign language to somebody across the room or across the set, and I understand that. But yeah, I think I've got a good tuning with Prabhu sir now.
But tell me, this question's for both of you. Like, he is the finest dancer, really. And, you really dance well also, Shahid, even you, Sonakshi. So how is it really dancing with him? And there's a song where, he dances with you, right?
Yeah, I was shitting in my pants when I was dancing.
Yeah.
I was really nervous. And I probably gave the most amount of energy to that one particular sequence because I was just so, stressed about the fact that here I am doing Prabhu Dheva style dance with Prabhu Dheva himself. What was I thinking?
But high steps like very complicated. I mean, how does he? Yeah, very difficult.
Have you not seen them?
Yeah, I have. But how did he simplify it for you all, really?
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
He just stands. There's no arguing with him. Like what he felt during this song, I felt when I was shooting Go Govinda with him. And our feelings were like exactly the same. We went to the rehearsal hall. He said, okay, see, he told the dancers to show us the steps. And they showed us the steps and our jaws dropped. And I just looked at him and I asked him that, sir, are these steps for me or for you? He said, I know you'll do.
Really?
Like,
but how?
Okay, yeah, how? But the thing with Prabhu sir is he won't give you something that he knows you're not capable of doing. He'll only give you something which he believes that you can do.
You have this very cool dialogue, silent ho jao, so violent ho jaunga. What makes Shahid violent in real life? Is anything that really makes you angry? What really riles you up?
The only thing that I get very angry with, actually there's two things. One is dishonesty. That's something I've just very difficult for me to deal with. I can't deal with it. It just, I can't forgive dishonesty. It becomes very difficult for me. And the other thing is, if I feel there's something somebody's doing that's coming in the way of my work, that's something that really, really upsets me. Because I think when we're in workspace, I expect everybody's attention to be there completely. If they are not, then they shouldn't be on the set.
Have you seen him angry?
In this film, she's seen me angry in every shot.
But in real life, like not like while working, not while he's saying his role, but
No, not really. I don't think so. Have I seen you angry?
I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping you'd at least notice if I got angry. ये anger मतलब इतनी भी value नहीं है anger की कि तूने notice ही नहीं किया.
Okay, he's never been angry with me, so maybe that's why I didn't notice. I don't know if you're screaming at somebody else for your like things. Like hair or something. I don't know. Yeah, not really, not much. He's
not really.
that way. He's cool. He's chill.
Yeah. Both of you are apparently fairly introvert people. How did the chemistry really work?
Well, thank God.
I was the first one who started talking with you. I made the
Sonakshi,
effort.
you said you were introvert, and so are
We
you.
started working on a film. We both had to talk to each other.
No.
Yeah.
We didn't have to
It's
talk
not
to
like
each
I
other.
went and sat in one corner and didn't talk to you. We started.
No, but I made the effort initially. At least accept that much. You took a few days to kind of like start chilling, and then you were like, then obviously she's actually very, very easy to get along with.
Yeah.
She's got the most relaxed, easy. There's a vibe of calmness about her, which is really nice, and she's always happy most of the times. But that's obviously, I mean, we had never worked before. थोड़ा सा इसने मेरे पे attitude भी फेंका था पहले.
Oh, come on. Or you तो don't talk.
Tell us about him.
We used to think that each of us are giving each other attitude. Because I didn't know him, he didn't know me.
And Shahid has a past history, huh? People
No, we
say
used
that
to
he
always-
was a guy with that.
We used to always bump into each other at like award shows or somewhere and this and that.
Yeah.
And apparently he says that when I went to receive my award, he was hosting once. I said hi to everyone on stage, but I didn't say hi to him. Now first time I'm going on stage to get one award like this, and I was a little.
तू अगर दो लोगों को भी नहीं हाय बोलती ना तो मैं ओके था. तूने सिर्फ मुझे नहीं बोला.
Yeah, that's really sad. Yeah, poor thing.
Then he was standing in one corner.
And he was a
like that.
host, right?
He also didn't come and
How
say.
can you ignore the host?
2.5 घंटे बैठ के हंस रही थी मेरे जोक्स के ऊपर. अवार्ड लेने आई तो
Listen,
I would like to thank
no. Being my senior and being in the industry for so long, you should come and at least congratulate me on my first
अच्छा
award.
मतलब according to you senior people should go to juniors
No,
and
to congratulate, to encourage.
of course
Yeah,
when they
like
don't
that.
when they're not acknowledged they must forget that and they must go from सामने से and say आपने मुझे नहीं देखा लेकिन मैं बताता हूँ आपको.
So anyway, this happened. So after that, he started giving me major attitude. He used to be like,
What major attitude? Whenever we met that I'll give you
used to,
attitude.
like,
मिलना पड़ता है attitude के लिए.
till the
मिले कब थे?
Whenever we used to be like at award functions and all, he used to like we used to be in the same room and like crossing each other's
Where?
path.
I didn't know you were in the
But-
same room. When?
But at the as in
He didn't even see you.
when we went exactly
Kab?
like this. Until he like crossed here and could not avoid saying hi, he would not say hi.
You are making these stories up in
Very
your head,
cool,
Sona.
Shahid.
Where has this happened?
That press con that we had
Which
gone
press
for,
con?
one in Marriott once we had gone.
अब जब एक आदमी को प्रेशर है कि ये तो पब्लिक में हेलो भी नहीं बोलती तो मतलब मैंने बोल दिया उसने रिप्लाई नहीं किया तो की मेरी चॉप हो जाएगी तो मतलब ये सब थॉट्स होते हैं ना
We
माइंड
used to
में.
think we are giving each other attitude and all,
Yeah.
but luckily we started the film on a very good note, which
Yeah.
was Saree Ke Fall Sa. We
Oh, I
started.
remember that.
Who started with that song?
Yeah.
You're wearing some black dress.
Yes. Now you remember?
Now I remember.
Huh.
So was it Prabhu Dheva sir who got
Oh,
you
I know why I didn't come to
together?
meet you.
Because I'm looking too tall.
You were wearing 6 inches of heels. So I stood on the other side. वैसे ये 5 फुट 8 इंच की है, 6 इंच की हील पहनी तो कितनी 6 फुट 2 इंच हो गई. अब उसके सामने मतलब मैंने कहा नहीं मैं वहाँ तो जाऊँगा ही नहीं, मैं तो इस साइड ही खड़ा रहूँगा. तो वहाँ पे जो भी थोड़े
Yeah. Don't make excuses now.
ऑनेस्ट बोल रहा हूँ. देख मैं एक तो इतना ऑनेस्टली बोल रहा हूँ ये
It was
बात.
this funny line in the promo, right? About your height,
Yeah.
about your height and your weight
His
and all
weight
that.
and my- his
Well,
height
was that
and
his
my
idea? Yeah, his height and your weight.
No, it was Prabhu's idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He came up with it before we started shooting. The community cast for the film was like ये scene तो हम लोग रखेंगे. And we laughed when we heard it and every time we see the promo
It's hilarious.
people
Because it just
they
fits
crack
so
up.
well into the entire story.
I think that kind of
People connect
aggressive
with that, yeah.
banter between
mad humor,
people who
yeah,
are kind
yeah.
of in that at that point where they haven't fallen in love but kind of have
Yeah.
this vibe going
Yeah.
is something that you don't see that kind of candidness on camera and I think that's what people are liking, that it's so candid and so normal.
So do we see you being a little less choosy now, Shahid? With your roles, with the movies you're doing? We see you experimenting already, right? Like this year has seen a lot of difference in the kind of films you've
You
done.
know, if you go back and if you see the last 6 films that I've done,
Yeah.
if you see anything similar in the characters, I try my best to choose different roles
Yeah.
every time. My last 5 films I've played characters which are very, very varied. Sometimes that doesn't get recognized if the film doesn't do well.
Right, yeah.
But I've always done stuff which is different. I've always tried to move out of my comfort zone. I've
Yeah.
never been scared to take risks. That's just who I am. That's how I work. Sometimes it's surprised people and been very good. And a lot of times people have turned around and said, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
But that comes down to the film working or not. You know,
Right.
the process cannot change.
Yeah.
My process will stay the same.
Yeah.
I still need to try and rediscover myself every time. And I remember this quote of Leonardo DiCaprio's, and I say this
Yeah.
a lot, where he said that if I read a script for the first time and if I feel comfortable with the character that I'm supposed to play, I don't do it. I need to find a role which makes me feel uncomfortable, and I don't know how I'm going to do it. You know, that's
Yeah.
how I grew as an actor, and I
Yeah.
think that's amazing. So the effort is to do that, and for me, our Rajkumar is totally out of my comfort zone. It's something I've never done. It's something that scared me the first time.
Why
But
did it scare you?
It scared me because there's nobody from my generation who's done a film like this. Okay, the only people we've seen do these films are people who've been here for the last 25 years. They're the biggest superstars of the country, and they've had an audience, a loyal audience, for a long period of time. I've been here for 10 years now, so I feel like I have reached that point where I can, because I think with these kind of films, it's a very different connect that you need to make with the audience. You know, it's a heart connect. People need to root for you. People need to love you. People need to want you
I know
to
what
do
you're
all
saying,
those
yeah.
things that you do in those movies. And that doesn't come very easily. It takes time for people to accept you, for the entire country to look at you as a hero, for example, you know,
Yeah.
who is maybe a little larger than life and does things which they want to do but they can't do. I think it takes time to reach that point. I don't know if I've reached that point. I don't know if but it's just an opportunity that came my way. And when Prabhu Dheva looked at me and said that you will do this role, you will be our Rajkumar.
Did it take you by surprise?
Well, when Prabhu Dheva approached me, I knew the space he's going to come to me with. I mean, I've seen Rowdy, I've seen
Given his
Wanted.
mindset, yeah, exactly.
So I knew the kind of space that it was, and I've kind of reached that point where I wanted to do a film like this, because in the last 2-3 years, I've seen a lot of films in this space which I have loved. Like, I've clapped and whistled in the audience, and so obviously the desire to play a role like that was there. So I guess it just happened at the right time.
So your choice was not, determined by the fact that a lot of movies in this space have been working right now.
Yeah, a lot of movies have not been working also. No? I mean, the fact is that if 20 masala films, which is what they are called, which I don't like them being termed as, but that's what they're called, so people understand what I'm saying. If 20 release, 4 probably work, 16 don't. But those 4 are so humongous in the kind of acceptance that they've got, that we feel that all these films are working. It's just that they say so strongly in the memory of the audience. Like, I was discussing this with Sonakshi, that everybody keeps saying that you've done so many films with Prabhu Dheva. Actually, she's just done one film. She's just done Rowdy Rathod. And she's done a song in Oh My God. But everybody just constantly thinks like she's done, because that's a film which is, it's so large in the audience's mind. That's just how perception is.
All the movies that, like we just spoke about the movies, you've been a part of these masala film that we were talking about, and they've all worked. But when your movies are like a series of hits, do you get into a comfort zone as an actor, like sab picture chal rahi hai, so I can just do what I want to do?
No, I treat I work as hard as I did on my previous film, on the next one. I think you can't get complacent here. Today is there, tomorrow it might not be there. So there's no room for anybody to get like comfortable or complacent. You have to keep working hard, and I think people, the reason people appreciate me is because I work hard. So if I don't even have that, what do I have?
You also said that the day you stop enjoying working, you'll stop. So it's not really the stardom that really drives you.
No, it's really not. I mean, it's something that we've grown up in. We've seen it through my father. We've seen all the fame,
so it kind of
all
comes
the
from
adulation. We've seen all the crowds going crazy, people screaming his name, all of that. We've seen it. We've grown up in that. So somewhere it, just loses its sheen. And I didn't even intend on becoming an actor. I never wanted to act growing up. So, I mean, destiny had me choose this profession. And I'm really glad, because I found something that I really love to do. And I do it because I love to do it, not for any other reason. I was going to do that in your last answer. But
your answer was as long as mine. We'll time it.
No, hers was a little shorter than yours.
Please time it. Mine was at least like 1/40th of yours.
Okay, the next question is for you, Shahid. Then you have to.
I can't talk.
No, you
I'm
have
not
to.
supposed to talk.
No, tell me really how.
Sonakshi ji upset हो जाएंगी. मेरे को इनका लर्क चाहिए लो.
That's really funny.
So then you have to talk.
रब कर दी.
Are you done?
आया क्या?
थोड़ा और ले ले. बहुत ज़्यादा है मेरे पास. बस थोड़ा वापस दे.
Tell me, Shahid, how seriously do you take your stardom?
Maybe when you start working, first 2-3 films, 4 films, it's something very new for you. Now it's a way of life. This is what I do every day, And there is so much to do, honestly. There's so much to think about. There is so many decisions to take. There's so many people that you need to satisfy in so many different ways. Everybody kind of comes to you with a certain set of expectations. So after a point in time, all that kind of takes the back seat, because you understand that you're a part of the machinery. The product comes out, but you're a part of the machinery. People are seeing you as the product, but you are also a part of the machinery that's creating that product which people see as a star. If you don't focus on the functioning, the product will never come out right. I try to keep it short, okay? I just explain things like this. How I
very detailed. It's a process to all his answers.
We're listening.
चुप हो गया ना मैं बता.
But we are listening.
तूने दे दिया मेरे को लक, अब मैंने किया.
Please finish.
लिंक टकर.
Okay, we're talking about some of her luck rubbing off on you, Shahid. Do you think you need some of that luck from her?
Do you think I need some of your luck?
You can borrow some if you want.
So you believe you're lucky?
Yeah, of course I do.
Then please give it to me.
Take.
ऐसे नहीं यार, थोड़ा अच्छे से दे यार, मतलब feeling के साथ दे.
You just
wanted to
took so much of my...
प्यार से दे, नहीं तो क्या मिलेगा?
तुझे बहुत पड़ेगी मार
देना
मार
यार, अच्छे से दे यार, ऐसा नहीं करते, थोड़ा दिल से फीलिंग कर।
हैप्पी
वो तो 6 दिसंबर को डिसाइड होगा।
हाँ okay, चलो देखते हैं.
You know, though you have been very lucky, Sonakshi, and I've seen a lot of success, how do you deal with it when a film doesn't work? There haven't been that many for you, I know, but yet.
You move on. I think
Yeah.
I've not been the kind of person to even go and like shout on the rooftops कि अरे मेरी फिल्म 100 करोड़ की हो गई.
अच्छा, मतलब आप कहना चाह रहे हैं कि यूजुअली एक्टर्स की जब फिल्म चलती है तो रूफटॉप के ऊपर खड़े होकर
यार
अरे
ऐसे लोग होते हैं यार जो ढिंडोरा पीटते हैं अपना खुद का, but nor when a film doesn't do well do I sit in one corner and like मेरी
weep,
film
yeah.
flop हो गई.
Yeah.
So you move on. I mean I'm there's always the next film that you're working on, and if it doesn't do well obviously you do feel a little bad because you know you
चलना, आई कांट फील बैड फॉर, तेरी तो पिक्चर फ्लॉप ही नहीं होती
worked on that film
चलना,
for
कोई
so
तेरे को
long.
सिंपैथी नहीं मिलने वाली है।
Worked on that film for so long, and as a person who's connected to it, you obviously feel slightly bad, but you move on. You can't dwell on these things. I mean, everybody's seen ups and downs.
Okay, it was super talking to you all. Thank you so much for being on the show.